So I know that the Christmas season is technically over, but a couple days ago I finally had the opportunity to check out the HBO Max's newest Christmas film, 8-Bit Christmas. Now this is a film that I've been wanting to watch all season, and I've just never had the opportunity to. And now that I've seen it and I found myself really enjoying it, I decided, why not talk about it a little bit. When it comes to the entertainment side of this film, it's really quite a bit of fun. There's a lot of nice comedy in this film, and though it's by no means a straight comedy and it's all about having laughs, it does have some really fun moments with the kids and everything that they're doing to get this Nintendo that they want for Christmas. And with that being kind of the main story of it, them wanting to get this Nintendo that they've all fallen in love with, it makes for some fun interactions between the characters and some fun things that they do throughout the film. And obviously, it's a film that's really all about family. And so there's a lot of great family interactions and the way that the main kid, I forget what his name is in the film. He's played by Neil Patrick Harris in the his older version. But he was really entertaining in the film. It was fun to see how he kind of bonds and grows with his dad, with his sister, with his mom. And so that was a lot of fun with it, and it tied in with this fun story of getting a Nintendo and how the humor works with him trying to get that Nintendo as well. And ultimately, it's a film that at the end of it, I found myself laughing and having a good time with it. So it definitely gets a thumbs up as far as the entertainment goes. So when it comes to how intriguing this film was or how interesting it was, the storyline of it really isn't something that's all that complicated, and it's not something that you haven't technically already seen. As I was watching this movie, I kind of was reminded of three other films that I really enjoy, and this film kind of takes elements from each of those films and kind of weaves them together in something slightly different. So those three films include A Christmas Story, which obviously is the story about a boy who wants something more than anything else and is trying to do all he can to get it, and that is what happens in this film. You have a boy who wants a Nintendo and is going to do everything he can to get it. The second film that I thought of was Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And in that film, you have a dad who has a son who wants a toy better than anything or more than anything, and he goes out of his way and does all kinds of crazy stuff in order to try and get his son this toy. And while 8-Bit Christmas doesn't involve the dad really going out of his way to get a toy, it does involve this son doing that thing, and it leads to some interesting stories and things that happen in him trying to get this Nintendo. And there is talk in the film of, violence and things that have happened in order to get these toys. And so it kind of has that Jingle All the Way feel to me. The last part is the film Princess Bride. In that film, you have a grandfather who's reading a story to his grandson, and they're talking about it and kind of living that story together. The son doesn't care, or grandson doesn't care at the beginning, but towards the end, he found himself invested in the story. And that's the same thing that happens in this film. Neil Patrick Harris plays the main kid older, and he's talking to his daughter and telling him the story of this Christmas. And again, she starts out not caring, but by the end, she's really invested into it. And so in the storyline, we see these kind of different movies all brought together, and so none of the things in it is really new, but it all is done in a way that's still very entertaining and very fun to watch, and it does mix those three films in a really nice way that I found myself enjoying it the whole way through. The characters themselves are also fairly decent. They're not like phenomenal characters. I kind of judge that based off whether or not, when I come out of the theater, do I remember their names? Do I remember who they were? And that's something that I didn't get from this film. I couldn't tell you all the different kids, what they were named, and exactly what all of them did, but they were all good in their places, and I never found myself disliking any of them while watching. So I have to say that the film, it did a good job of taking things that are already familiar as far as Christmas films go, making them still very good and molding them together. It gives fun characters to go along with the ride. And so I really, really enjoyed it. But let's go ahead and talk about how clean of a film this was. So like I mentioned earlier, 8-Bit Christmas is really a family film. It's all about family, the growth of a family, and also friendships and how friendships can change and people can help each other to get what they want and to help each other to do better in life. And so with it being a family-based film, it's really clean. There's really nothing in this one that stands out to me as like, oh, you might want to watch out and not let your kids watch that. There was nothing that I saw as bad. There may have been a little bit of swearing, nothing that really caught on or that I was like, wow, that was really bad. There's obviously no sex, nudity. There's no violence or gore. It's all a very clean film. And so I definitely think it's something worth watching. I feel like the whole family can enjoy this from the youngest all the way to the oldest. And so, yeah, I'd recommend it for all ages. Overall, when I judge a Christmas movie, there's really only one thing that I'm looking for. I tend to be very uh, lax on everything else that I expect from a film when it comes to Christmas because all I really want it to do is bring that Christmas spirit and make me feel what I like to feel on Christmas, the happiness and peace that comes with that season. And this film, it does that. It feels like a Christmas movie. It brings that Christmas joy and that Christmas fun that I like in all the other Christmas movies that I watch every year. And so this is one that I think I'm going to continue watching it yearly because I did enjoy it that much. And what's great about this one is it doesn't just bring that Christmas spirit, it is actually a fairly good film as well with fun storylines, characters, and things that happen, and it's quite funny. So overall, I definitely think it is a very, very well-made film. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm going to go ahead and give it an A minus. As far as the cleanliness, it gets an A because there's nothing in it. There's nothing bad about it. It's family friendly. It's enjoyable for everyone. And so definitely a good film. If you have the chance to check it out, whether that's this year or next year since we are past the season, go ahead and do it. I'd highly recommend it. And of course, if you have any other films you'd like me to watch, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next video.